The weight loss industry is raking in billions each year from those wanting to look great. And with so many options, it's hard to know which one is best. But coming to the rescue are two Beverly Hills doctors who are pioneering a brand new approach to removing stubborn body fat. And with the help of one couple, they're going to show us how it works. To many, Jenny Bruce would be considered a physically fit woman. And for the most part, she would agree. But while she and her husband Gary had been consistent at staying in shape, they realized their efforts just weren't enough.
I eat really well and I exercise about 4 times a week, but there was just that little spot that I could do nothing about. It was always there, and every time I would sit down in my jeans, I'd feel it.
For the 70% of Americans who fall into the overweight or obese category, that little spot Jenny refers to may not seem like a big deal. But as a marketing executive, Jenny has to be mindful of both her health and appearance.
She's the perfect candidate for this. She actually wouldn't be a candidate for the other ones that are available on the market because she doesn't have that much to begin with. This is more of a defining sort of sculpting case.
Dr. Jason Emer is talking about the latest in fat removal technology. It's called UltraShape. The FDA approved it earlier this year, and it's for those who don't want invasive treatments like surgeries or liposuction. Together, Dr. Emer, along with Dr. David Amron, are helping a growing number of people like Jenny achieve their desired results.
It's about looking at a person's body and making a determination of where they are disproportionate. And that's really more of a genetic thing. There's so-called stubborn areas.
UltraShape is a great solution for those areas that are simply resistant to diet and exercise. But it's not only fantastic for women, it's also a great idea for men like Gary Bruce.
I know that men tend to be a little bit more private about these types of things, but the reality is it's a very simple procedure, and the results are quick. And I can't think of any diet or exercise that'll promise those types of results.
Results that Gary will begin seeing in as little as 2 weeks. This type of success and UltraShape's growing popularity can also be credited to the doctor's tag team approach. They first provide the patients with a pre-treatment evaluation, then the preparation for the treatment, and finally the procedure itself. UltraShape uses ultrasound waves to blast away the fat deposits, only getting rid of the fat cells, leaving intact other body structures like the skin and blood vessels.
How are you doing, Gary?
Great, thank you, doctor.
Any discomfort?
None at all.
It's cool technology, isn't it?
It is very cool. It doesn't feel like anything.
Although both husband and wife will benefit from the UltraShape procedure, when it comes to different body types like theirs, the doctors always tailor their approach. How is your consulting different for someone who may be a size 3 and works out all the time as opposed to someone who doesn't work out quite as often? How does your consulting change from person to person?
Because we sort of had that expertise, we do a lot of patients, we have a lot of different technologies. Someone will come in and say, I want one specific area, maybe it's their stomach.
On the other hand, you might have somebody who is overweight and out of shape and not working, and certainly that person has to do their part and to lose weight, diet, and exercise. But this technology target their stubborn areas and correct them, and many times make such an improvement that it gets them on the right track to doing their part of things. I see it over and over again in my practice, where by correcting the disproportion first, the stubborn areas, that person is so much more motivated to do their part in things and then get on the right track.
With 30 years combined medical experience, these doctors really are the experts at knowing the best avenues to achieve the greatest results for their patients.
The technology is so specific and so focused, it is almost no risk to any patient, and the results are the fastest I've ever seen. So in terms of quick recovery, fast results, not being expensive and having no pain, it's probably the best thing that's out there.
UltraShape exceeded my expectations. I was a little nervous coming in, and it was so painless and so easy and so quick, and I could already tell the results are going to be unbelievable. So I'm really excited to come back for the second treatment.
It was a half an hour of my life, and now I'm going to have, the bikini body I've been working so hard for in the gym after, 3 of these treatments. So I'm really excited.
In Beverly Hills, I'm Tiffany Carter for California Life.